It's takeover time, so let's just completely revolutionize this account together. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. We're on my dude Vlad's account, and Vlad has asked me to redo some 3v3 teams for him today. He is very excited about progressing in the game, and I have yet to take a look and see what teams he's using, so we're going to get to experience that for the first time, and I'm going to do my best to share my thought process with you throughout the course of this takeover, update you along the way. We're going to build some sweet new teams and help him progress in the game. So he is level 92. He has a very nice Great Hall. I always love making the entire Great Hall blue, at least level 4 or 5, because just those extra little boost to stats overall, they matter a lot. However, I love the progression here. Crit damage, accuracy, resistance. This is very similar to what I'm doing on my account. And then I'm sure he has a good reason for the defense here. I just don't know what it is. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the daily logins. We're on 271 plus with Lady Aresh. So not bad. A little bit over a year playing this game. And let's jump in and take a look at the roster. So we definitely have some awakenings here. That is absolutely amazing. We have Sifi, we have Brogni, Lydia, Kimmy, we have Mithrala on this account, we have Mighty Uko has been going up in stock a lot lately. That champion is on the rise. We have up at the top Stultus and Ragash. Baron up in here. Of course, we have Arbiter. Oh, we got a Warlord hiding in the middle, Mountain King, Biggin. This roster is very nice. I'm sure we can come up with some amazing teams. Tormund hiding in there as well. So let's jump over. What I'd love to hear from you in the comments below before we look at his teams. What are the teams that you would be using from this account in 3v3? What would your setup be, or what do you expect his setup to be? So let's jump over and see what he's doing. Okay, so I'm about to click on 3v3, and I just wanted you to experience it with me at the same time. So here we go. These are his teams. Oh, he has 2 Arbiters. I definitely did not see 2 Arbiters. I wonder if one is in the vault. So he's running 3 speed teams here, and that is pretty typical, especially in silver. If you can run 3 speed teams in silver, you're going to be very successful. Moving over to gold, though, and silver 3, silver 4, and then gold, you're definitely not going to be able to run 3 speed teams most of the time. Some people can do it, most people cannot. So I think that would be the major hangup. It looks like some good team composition here. We have Stultus for damage and Ragash for the decreased defense and stun. We have speed into speed. Over here, we have speed into skills on cooldown, buff strip, and then Baron to kill them. And then over here, we have Sifi into probably Salad. I don't know how this team is winning. I mean, maybe it's just difficult to kill the Salad. Maybe the Salad is the damage dealer. I'm not sure. However, here's one thing that is a trap for a lot of players, and that's Warlord into someone like Baron. What I've found with teams like this is that unless your Baron would be in Stone Skin, which is highly doubtful, they're going to get crowd controlled, like A1 Sifi here. Just going to lock down the Baron forever. You can't do anything. And also, the Baron is going to die before he can do his abilities. Because this is not bridging the gap unless we get the turn meter decrease on Warlord, which is not 100% of the time. So, when I'm doing my speed teams, I like speed into control. So, I would simply just switch these. That's a huge difference right away, would be to switch those, okay? Because then we have the decreased defense and stun. We have speed into that. So if it's speed tuned correctly, they're not going to get a chance to target your Baron, and your Baron is going to just kill them. And then over here in this team, your Stultus is much more survivable, right? Another common mistake that I see is putting Madame Ceres in your speed team, okay? I never believe that that is correct, basically. Madame Ceres always belongs in your go second team. And the reason why that is true is because in your go second team, you need to strip their buffs. It's a need. You need to. Otherwise, you're not going to kill them. For example, here, I guess these are basically 3 speed teams, so that's not a good example because we don't have a go second team. But a lot of times your go second team actually goes first. Like, I think that a great champion for this go second team might be Elva. She's one that I've wanted to build and test. I think she could be amazing. You know, I think she could be really good there. Also, we do have a Tormund. So Tormund would go really well in here to lock down those speed teams. So we could run this Tormund against either one of these speed teams. We can run Elva with a ton of resistance. Madame Ceres will strip, and then we would need somebody to actually kill them, which might be our Stultus. Might be our Stultus. Although we do have a Siphi, and Stultus is going to pair really well with Siphi. So what if we put our Siphi in a team like this? I'm not sure if we need the Warlord here. What if we go Arbiter into Siphi into Ragash and Stultus? That seems like a powerhouse team where we're combining the strengths of all our champions together. If we do that, then who will we use for damage in this go second team? We're not protecting them. We don't have a Necrit or anybody like that. We could put Ultimate Death Knight in the team somewhere, but someone like a Mountain King could be alright, and we could also build Tormund for damage. He does pretty decent damage. I think that would probably be the best bet. Mountain King and Tormund both built for damage to a certain degree. And then how's this first team looking? We would go speed into no, I think we just take out the Lady Kimmy. We just don't really need her here. And then we go speed into Warlord, and then we need decreased defense for Baron or not. That will be decided based on how good the gear is on the account. We might not need decreased defense for Baron, but if so, then we could put Ultimate Death Knight in here to protect our Baron. That actually sounds like a great idea. We'll make Ultimate Death Knight really slow in either Bolster or Stone Skin, and then whenever they try to attack the Baron, it will go to Ultimate Death Knight. That sounds amazing. These builds are also leaving out some amazing champions like Brogni, like Mithrala, Ursaga, Lydia. So we definitely have options here. The Uko is on the sidelines. We pulled that Lady Kimmy out. So there are definitely some champions on the sidelines here, which is unfortunate. You know what? Instead of the Mountain King, if he has a Magnar, that would actually fit really well in this team. Let's see if we can put somebody else in here instead. I'm not seeing a Magnar. That doesn't mean he doesn't have one. And then we got Legos down here. Oh boy, we have Coronar, Bellinor. Bellinor now with the AoE decreased defense and weaken. I forget this guy's name. Brassclad, yeah, Goffred, very underrated for a go second team. I don't think that's the way we want to go for this. What, I forget this guy's name, but he's pretty decent. If you watched my last Shard Pool video, you know I'm a big fan of Constantine, sort of. Man, we got all the Legos down here. We have Sir Nick in here, who is actually really good. We could build a Sir Nick. He would fit well there. We have a Magnar. He does have a Blessing, and Magnar is going to be one of the best damage dealers on his account. I would say he's sleeping on Magnar, and you probably are too. Saito is alright. Magnar is just an HP-based champion, though, and he's an epic, so he's easy to book. I mean, like, there's just so much good to say about him. Another possibility that I considered for this first team was Deacon. So if we find that we need some decreased defense, then I'm gonna replace the Ultimate Death Knight with Deacon. But I think the Ultimate Death Knight will work well in that team. This is kind of like the Necrit, like a budget Necrit for us. And I think that those are the teams that we're going to build. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take a picture of this in case it does not get saved. And then that way, that will help me as well. I encourage you guys to use the picture taking tools on your computer or your phone when you're building teams like this, because it's going to really, really help you out when you're trying to do the builds. Then you can look at them on, you can have them up on the same screen. So after my process of figuring out what the teams are probably going to be, now we need to look at the gearing on the champions. So one of the first things I like to see is who's the fastest one on the account. We have 2 Arbiters and a Sifi. Who is your guess for the fastest champion on the account? I'll tell you, it should be Sifi. It definitely should be Sifi, unless we're going to build Sifi with a lot of resistance, which is definitely a possibility, depending on the account. Now, I'm guessing 347 is the fastest, which is really good for this level. And we do have some resistance here, but the tankiness is not rewarded unless we have that resistance. And 262. Okay, so she is speed-tuned with the Arbiter. That's nice to know. Over here, we have 321. So we have multiple champions over 300 speed, which is really good. I'm not sure, actually, which team we want to be faster. On the one hand, I think that this team should be the fastest because winning the speed fight with your Arbiter into Warlord means that you win. On the other hand, like, Sifi is just so good, but we could build the Sifi just with a lot of resistance, and I think that would be really helpful. So I think we're going to make one of the Arbiters the fastest one in the team. I think. So this should be Arbiter 1 in this team and Arbiter 2 in this team. I think that's what I want to do here. Now, whenever this person gets his account back, my dude Vlad here, then he can customize that. Like, it's pretty easy to swap the Arbiters or the Sifi gear around into your preference. But being that he already has Arbiter in his fastest gear, I think that's how we want to keep it. So, next up, let's take a look at the damage on some of these champions. We have 5k defense and 300% crit damage, thanks to the Blessing. Wowzers. Unfortunately, this is attack, but Soul Reap is very good. I don't think, he doesn't buff himself, right? Oh, he does place increased defense on himself, then attacks. So I guess we don't need him in a team with Sifi, but it will definitely benefit him since he doesn't have that up the entire time. Also, I thought that this was his best damaging ability. So by putting him in the team with Sifu, we can run that first. I'll have to double check the multipliers because I'm not 100% sure which one is more damaging. Let me know in the comments if you know the answer to that. All right, so that seems like a very good build. The only thing is that this is not in Savage. So I'm wondering, does he have someone in Savage like his Baron, which is where? Right here? No. His Baron is in 2-piece Cruel and a broken set. How's the build, though? The build seems strong. Okay, so these are great examples of builds in not 100% optimal sets, getting the stats that you need, and that is outstanding. That is outstanding. We'll ignore 50% of the target's defense. So if we put him in Savage or Instinct, Cruel's third place, I'll be honest, but Savage and Instinct are definitely better. We're going to be ignoring almost all of their defense, and then it's going to seem like we leveled up the damage considerably. I'm loving seeing some Awakened Stars here. That's pretty great. All of these, oh, flat attack, that's not the worst. So I definitely think we can upgrade these builds. He's mid-game, trying to be end-game. Yeah, absolutely. All right, so I think that gives us a good sense of what's on the account. Let me go ahead and build the teams, and then I'll be back to show you them in action. Okay, here's a little tidbit that I wanted to share that really helps when you're working on teams like this. So right now, he has a triple speed max glyph chest. And my first thought was that's probably not good enough because it's low rolls on the triple roll. And here's a great example of why. We take a double roll in a 6-star chest, and we're at 17 instead of 18, and that would allow us to put a 6-star glyph on here. So if we had glyphs, which we only have 4 stars, then I would be looking to put a glyph on this and upgrade that piece. The same thing goes for the shield. We had, which one was the shield? This Arbiter shield is 18 plus 1. So we are going from 18 to 19 from a double and a triple. And you can see like this rare shield with a double roll that's 6-star is one of the best pieces on his account. And that's true for 99% of the player base. That's true. This is how you should be getting your speed rolls on your best speed champions, okay? And then you put a 6-star glyph on this, and then all of a sudden this is maybe 18 plus 7, and you have 25 speed on there, okay? So keep that in mind as an option when you're looking to gear here. Now, I think that he has the fastest gear that we can have on this champion, so I'm probably not going to change this build other than upgrading the accessories to 6 stars. But anyway, back to work for me. All right, so here's one of the issues that I've noticed, and he knew this, and he suspected this to be true, but right now we have 458 accuracy, and that is just not going to cut it against a lot of these teams that he wants to be able to beat. So we need 6-star gear, okay? This shield is an amazing piece right here. It is a triple speed, accuracy, defense, and resistance. So much good things to say about this. But if you look at the rest of the gear, it's not ideal. We have a double speed roll in crit damage. We have a 5-star accuracy with speed. We have boots with no accuracy. We have accuracy and speed on the weapon, which is nice. And then accuracy and speed on the helmet, which is all right. Over here on the amulet, we only have accuracy. There's not even a double or a triple roll hit on the accuracy. And then again, a 5-star accuracy banner. This is why it's so important to upgrade your champions to 6-star gear, because it makes an incredible amount of difference. Let me show you. I found it. I found it. Let me scoot myself over a little bit here. Take a look at this. We have hiding on a rare champion. Probably for the new Sand Devil, if I had to guess. But double speed roll, main stat accuracy, immediately put this to 16, immediately put this on a better champion. Honestly, the rest of the stats don't even matter. And just with 2 pieces changed, I'm already up on accuracy, and I have hardly even begun. So let me finish this build. All right, so take a look. So we've lowered the speed here. Okay, we've actually lowered the speed, but we've added over 100 accuracy. Okay, and that's before glyphing these new pieces where they can be glyphed, and we can glyph some speed as well. So we're going to have a little bit higher speed and accuracy, and this is the type of endgame build that we need. Granted, we would still like more speed than this. However, we can only do what we can do on this account with the gear, but this is an excellent start in the right direction. I found another critical mistake. I'm not sure if you can spot it or not, but 3, 2, 1, we are missing Lore of Steel here, guys. That is so important. Way more important than Solidarity. I would say more important than Evil Eye. More important than Delayed Death. You've got to have Book here. That's going to increase all of these sets and really help us out. So let's go ahead and switch the masteries. Okay, so I've changed the masteries to come over here to the shield tree because I think that that's going to be really valuable. We've minimized the things on defense over here, and most importantly, we put Lore of Steel. A lot of other directions you could go with this build, but I think this is going to be the most valuable for his account. Let's see the difference that makes after glyphs. 276, 627. Now we are talking a build that can compete here. On to the next champion. Okay, I'm just impressed with the Ultimate Death Knight build. Full Stone Skin set. We have percent HP percent stuff, gloves, boots, and chests. We have defense percent in there as well. We have 75k HP, 4100 defense. Still some accuracy here. The resistance, negligible, but 6-piece stone skin. We have a little bit of speed, but that's, irrelevant. If Vlad finds that he would like to speed higher, easy swap with speed boots here with the defense and HP as substats. And I don't think that the 376 resistance was doing much unless he was using the build in Hydra, in which case, we're going to just change this into an arena build instead of that Hydra build. But seeing as how he was using him in his arena team, we want to give him the arena build that he's looking for. Let's go ahead and hit equip there. All right, the builds are done. Now it's time to test it out. I feel like I should slide myself back over. I don't know. You tell me what your preferences are. So, I'm very interested to test this team here, which can go first or second. I think we might be going second because of the Seeker and the Lord Shazar. They're kind of trying to be sneaky, seekery. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. And then I think that we would be faster than this team. We do have the blessing to, mess with their aura. And then I think we should be faster than this team as well. But let's come in here and see. One of the things you need to figure out when you're fighting in 3v3 is what teams are you faster than? Unless you have 3 go second teams, like I do, then you don't have to worry about it. See, we did go second there. Okay, which is perfectly fine, right? Now we have Elva here. We got Tormund, resists and stuns. And I'll go over all the builds with you as well. Oh, she's a single target. Interesting. I thought she was AoE revive. I would have, if I was manualing this, I would have revived the Magnar here. Okay, very tanky. That's good. I don't think we're winning this fight. Also, I'm not sure if Elva is booked, but man, I love the perfect veil on herself to protect. Oh, that's so good. And then the block debuffs. I'm digging it. I think she's dead. Yeah. Runda, too much. Wait, can we do something? Can we like stun them? Okay. Now we're dead to their torment. Okay. I think that it's still good, and we're faster than Team 2, so Baron's gonna kill them. And then we're faster than Team 3, so we're good. Oh my! Ragash coming in there. Oh, that third team is so good. All right, so definitely some tuning needed, maybe a little bit on this first team, but I think it's more just like learning how to play this team. This is a brand new design that I came up with for this specific account. A little bit tough matchup there with Trunda Torment, I think. But, you know, that's a weird team from Ryu over here. In the next couple days, you'll see me in my brand new Ryu shirt that I got for Christmas as well. So shout out to this guy. Anytime you can win 2 out of the 3 matches, you know that you're in a good spot. In addition to that, I always look for 11s and 12s in my fights, because then if I lose one, I know that I'm guaranteed to continue progressing upwards. So the fights on this page I'll be looking at is Hoocha Kill, Cube UK, and Adamant. But I'm pretty sure Adamant's a baller, so I kind of don't think that we deserve to be in this fight here. I think that's a little too dangerous, but something like this could be okay. I think we can just Warlord them. And then, okay. So, Sifi is not the fastest champion, and here is a reason why we're getting punished, okay? So if Sifi was the fastest champion in this team, we would be able to just run this against this Torment team with no problems whatsoever. Whereas now we would need to match that up here and hope to be... So we would have to switch this matchup. And knowing your matchups and what teams are good against what teams is very, very important. So we would need to go to... Wait, 1? No. 1, 2, 3. So we would have to put our Torment up against their Torment. That's not really where we want to be. But I think it could work out. So let's go ahead in here for the second fight, and then we'll look at the builds and wrap this up. If you're still with me, man, that makes you awesome. Don't forget that hitting that like button and putting a comment helps the videos grow. So if you're willing to do that, that would really help out everybody else who this video would benefit from. First team, very good. Great synergies here. We were able to build some damage into my dude Ragash. And then Stultus really showing his stripes here. Second team being locked out. And then the ultimate Death Knight in the speed team is like my new gem find of this whole adventure. Literally all of you should go put Ultimate Death Knight in your speed team right now. You should just go do it right now. It's like a free Necrit. I'm gonna consider doing the same thing. And this is looking great here. Very good. This is looking great on this third team as well. This is the type of things that you can look for if you're getting a takeover from me, or if you're trying to fight in your way from silver to gold. Norman, pretty tanky here. Take a little minute to just fight our way through the second. But that cleanse from Elva, so good. Honestly, I kind of regret not getting her. I kind of regret it. She seems great. And I think that her build actually could be even improved. Definitely could be improved. She's going to be in bolster. Let's go ahead. Here, I'll come in here. Oh, no. Yes. We'll look at them on this screen. I have made a decision. Let's go by recently used. So, I want to see that Elva build. So we did Bolster and Stone Skin. Again, Stone Skin, one of the best two-piece sets. 8% HP, 40% resistance. You should be using two-piece Stone Skin or three-piece Stone Skin or 4 or 5 or 6. I mean, it's just one of the best sets in the game. You know this. Total stats. We got to 464. That's without masteries. So after masteries, she'll be over 500 resistance. And once we get a couple more ideal pieces here, she will be up in the 550, 600 resistance range. Very excited about that. The rest of that team was Tormund. He's in stun and perception. And we need to level up a couple pieces here. One sec. All right, so Tormund with that stun set is just such a pain. Got him in two-piece reaction as well. Pretty decent build for this account. 221 speed going right after Elva. Man, the speed tune on this team is so tight and amazing as well. Elva goes first, Cerys goes second, Tormund goes third. Boom, 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 right in a row. No possible way anyone can cut in. And then Magnar comes shortly after that. We got 462 accuracy. Definitely could go up on the accuracy, but with that stun set, definitely is going to be helping us as well. In that team as well is the Magnar build. We got 2 champions in the Instinct set because we're kind of lacking on Savage on this account. 74k HP, 259 crit damage. Speed's a little low, but it's perfectly fine. And then the Cerys build is a thing of beauty, guys. This is a top tier build. 222 speed, 713 accuracy. 713. Ridiculous. Okay, in the second team, we had the Arbiter number 2. Arbiter number 2 is going to be 333 speed. With a couple glyphs, she can get a little bit faster as well. Sifi in resistance and speed, we got to 284 with 530 resistance. Definitely could upgrade this build with some better resistance pieces as well. Like we're using a 5-star resistance chest with just a double speed roll here. That would be looking to go to a 6-star double speed, something like that, and better substats that would suit her better. Still a decent build though. And then also in that build is going to be Ragash. Ragash, I put a little bit of damage, but we wanted a lot of accuracy here. His main job is to land decreased defense, and you can see that with only 158 crit damage, he still smacks. Like, this champion is very good. And then Stultus over here, I didn't actually change this build. We're kind of lacking on gear and silver, so until we can put him in Savage, this was a really great build. 52k defense and 294 crit damage. Craziness. Very good builds on this account in general. Then on the final team, our fastest team, 347 Arbiter. He has speed boots with the speed Ascension, which is crazy talk. Those are some top tier boots. Also in that team is the Warlord. This is a very solid build as well. 276 speed, 627 accuracy, HP where we could get it. And then finally is going to be the Ultimate Death Knight. Slow, 6-piece, stone skin set, 141 speed, tanky stats, some accuracy, but that stone skin really just holding the team together. So what do you think of these builds? Personally, I was really impressed with what we were able to put together on this account. I think that these 3 teams are really solid. If you have this team here, I mean, first of all, you're sleeping on Magnar. He's so good. Still use him on my account that is jacked and stacked. But I think almost every player should be using a Magnar in one of their 3v3 teams. I am missing the Elva to actually put this team together, but I think this team could really serve a lot of people well. Obviously, you could run a Duchess in that spot, but if we had a Duchess, we would probably be doing a couple different things. And the Ultimate Death Knight in the first team has just been brilliant. Insanely good combo with Warlord. You could also run that with Yamiko as well. I think, geez, yeah, Ultimate Death Knight, super, super good protecting your nuker in your speed team for Arena. Super good. Anyway, that's all for me here today. I'm MtgJedi. We are on my dude, we are on my dude, what is his name? Vlad. I was like, we're on my dude Vlad's account. He is skyrocketing from silver to gold. You can too. Follow these steps or book a takeover today on mtgjedi.com. Message me in Discord, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, you're awesome.